Ronnie, I've seen some air flags and banners in some unusual places, but at the top of Kilimanjaro probably takes the biscuit. You better explain how that all happened.
Yeah, well, we went to Kilimanjaro. One of my friends who says to me that we must get an A United flag to the top of Kilimanjaro, so I thought I had to do it.
And what was the trip up Kilimanjaro all about?
The trip to Kilimanjaro was a fundraiser for the Vine Trust, which is a charity I've known about for quite a while, and they do some really fantastic work in the Amazon and in Tanzania. They help a lot of people. They've got hospital ships in Lake Victoria and a hospital ship that goes up the Amazon, bringing in much needed first aid and medicine, vaccines to people that don't have anything. They also help women with orphans and young children, people that don't have anything, and we help them as much as we can.
And were you always confident that you could crack it, that you'd manage to get your way up, 20,000 feet?
Yeah, well, I was quite confident till I started. But once you started, you just have to keep going. Everybody said it was going to be hard, but I didn't realise how hard it was going to be. But you just have to dig in and you get there.
And obviously the air gets thinner the higher you get.
The altitude is a big problem. Really, there's only half the oxygen up there that there normally is, but you just have to take it very, very slowly, one step at a time, and you just keep plodding on.
Had you trained for it?
We'd done a bit of training, yes. We'd done some training in Scotland. We did quite a few of the walks in Scotland, but you can't train for the altitude. The altitude is a big problem. There was 9 of us in our group, and only one didn't manage to make it. Scott, and he was the fittest of a lot of us. The altitude sickness just got to him on the last day, and I just couldn't make it.
And was there a point where you thought you might not make it?
No, I was always confident.
but it must have been really tough. I mean, how did that manifest itself?
Well, on the last day, we started off at midnight, so that we could be on the summit for daybreak, for the sun coming up. So we started off at midnight, walking very slowly, -10, while wrapped up over gear. So we walked up, and then got to 6 o'clock in the morning. The sun was there. Sun started to come up, but we weren't at the top yet. But the sun coming up gave us all a huge boost just to see the sun coming up. And then it was another 2 hours till we reached the top of the mountain. And we thought, oh, that's us here. But no, we were at the top, but we weren't at the summit. So that was another 2 hours of hard slog. But once we got there, it was well worth it to be at the very top of the mountain, and some fantastic views.
That would be presumably one of the moments of your life, being at the top of Kilimanjaro and looking out and seeing that view.
It was, it was just a pity we were that tired. we couldn't actually appreciate and we couldn't really appreciate it what it was, because I mean we were up there, we were all absolutely burnt out. But we then had to about turn, and then it was another 6 to 7 hours to get back down, to manage to get back into our bunks, and that was a happy day.